Hey sweet crafty friend, it's Monique with Grace and Tattered Lace. Today we're going to use an old silver vintage thermos to make a adorable chippy farmhouse snowman. I already painted the bottom part of our little thermos white. I did put some wax underneath and I'm showing you that technique right now. So I'm just using my clear wax, that's bare wax from Home Depot, and just an old cheap brush, and I applied it right to the top of that thermos lid. Just random, all over the place. Now I'm just going to take some black paint and paint right over the top of this lid that has the wax applied. I just love this old thermos. I think it's so cool. It reminds me so much of my grandpa. He had something very similar when I was a little girl, and I always loved it, and it was just very nostalgic when I found this in the vintage shop. All right, now once we got all that black paint on there, I did use my heat tool and dry it. There's no need for you to watch the whole thing being dried, but for some reason I left a lot more in here than I thought. And once it's dry, we're going to use a little scraping tool. I used a smaller one than I normally use just because this piece was smaller, but just went through and just kind of ran my little palette knife thing here kind of randomly all over. Gives it that old vintagey rustic look. And you can see now I'm doing the same thing to the bottom part of the thermos where I had already painted it white as well. Now that thermos did have like some grooves on it, so you have to see like the way Chippy came out was just because that's the way it would only come out. I took a styrofoam ball and I took some quilter's batting and wrapped it right around the ball and tied it off with some twine for the head of our snowman. Then inside the thermos, I had already stuffed some styrofoam down inside. And then I took that green floral styrofoam, cut it down to shape, and stuck it inside the hole of the thermos. I applied some Spanish moss, and now I'm just using some sprigs of greenery and attaching it with some floral U-shaped pins. You can find those in Hobby Lobby or Amazon. And they just stick right inside that floral foam there. Hold it right down in place. I mean, it already looks amazing to me. Just love the texture. I love the look of it all. Now I'm using some Dollar Tree wooden skewers. I just poked it right inside the styrofoam ball and then put it right into the floral foam inside the thermos. And as you can see, the top of the styrofoam ball has the part that was tied off with the twine because we're going to put the hat right over the top of that. I took this little wooden ornament that came from Walmart in the Christmas section, and on the back side I used my stamps. And I just stamped burr. So you can see how I used the back side. I think it looks amazing. I just took my little paintbrush, made some little X's for his little buttons. Now I'm taking some rusty tacks, carpenter tacks, and we're just putting them right inside that little styrofoam ball. Those are going to be his eyes. And then I cut this part out when I was making that nose because it was very hard to see, but all I did was take some brown paper bag, twisted it up in the shape of a little nose, and put some of that Dollar Tree skewer in the end of it to poke it right inside that styrofoam ball for his nose. I think it turned out so cute. And then I just took an extra piece of fabric and tied it around his neck for his scarf. We're just going to attach some extra sprigs to the top of his hat. So I'm showing you where I'm placing it, but we're going to take that little hat off, use that little U-shaped pin, and stick it right inside the styrofoam ball. It'll be hidden by the hat, so there's no need to worry about it. It's showing, but look at how stinking cute that is, you guys. Oh, adorable. We'll just add a little extra bow on the top of his hat as well. I think this would look so cute as a centerpiece on a table, sitting up on a mantle. It's just so darn cute, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it inspires you to use something vintage. Thanks for watching.